Da-da. These days are so busy. I can't keep up. Where is Tony McEwen?
Yes, Chris. Maybe some technical problem.
Must have been stopped.
Oh, did he pop in and pop out?
Yeah.
Like
Trev.
Okay.
Sorry.
The Richard Lewis. The Richard Lewis.
Good luck, Maria.
Huh?
Good luck.
Tony's not here. Where is he?
I don't know, but he's got to come back.
Get him. Please, God. I can't do it by myself.
Richard, just for the record,
Yeah?
is the sweetest guy in the world.
Okay, I know.
He absolutely is.
And I have a thing for comedians, so I'll just fall in love with him.
He's the sweetest
Let's see.
What's his name again, sorry?
Richard Lewis. The Richard Lewis.
Do you see his Wikipedia link up there, Trev? Let me throw it in again.
Oh, yeah, sorry, mate, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks, Maria. How are you doing?
Hi, Chris. Good.
Hey, Chris.
So good to see you here with
Good
us.
to see you.
Yeah. You too. You too.
I know you were in Texas here for a while, but
I was
that's
in-
El Paso.
Yeah, I was in El Paso, and you know what's interesting? Sherman Helmsley passed away. I don't know if you're familiar with him. Jefferson's. You know? I forget his name. George Jefferson, was that his name?
George Jefferson, yeah.
Yeah, George Jefferson. He passed away in El Paso. I didn't realize.
I know.
Yeah, isn't that strange? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I really am getting to like El Paso a lot.
I'll tell you a funny story. I went to L.A. for a Super Bowl years ago, and I drove from Tyler, Texas, which is on the east side of Texas.
Yes, I know where that is.
Through El Paso. It took me longer to go there from El Paso to L.A.
Well, Texas is big.
Yeah. But going from one side to the other, I think it took like 12 hours.
Yeah, going from LA to El Paso is 9 maybe?
Yeah. I just thought that was so funny. It took me longer to cross one state than like 7 or whatever, however many it is.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I recognize this guy.
Yeah, he's been on a ton of stuff. He's been on Curb Your Enthusiasm, which, you know, I've seen him in other movies and stuff, but I can't remember the names of them.
That scene, what I remember him in is Men in Tights, because he's the bad guy, well, the bad guy in a comedy film, in a spoof, but I thought that film was well funny. Really, it's got Carrie Elwes as Robin in it.
Diary of a Young Comic. He's been in a ton of movies, yeah.
Yeah.
The Wrong Guys, that was with John Candy. Was that one? I think so.
Leaving Las Vegas, I don't remember him in that. I would have seen that once.
Was he Leaving Las Vegas? That was... Really?
He's funny, man.
Yeah, he is a funny guy. Okay, okay, he's ending his I'm expecting a ton of other people. I'm surprised. Let me see. Tony! On the air? What did he say? Hey, if you guys are, I didn't hear because I have it turned. They have it turned down here, which sucks.
He's in Larry Sanders. Well, obviously as himself, but yeah, awesome. Well, I used to love that.
She said, as much gravitas as I have, on the turn of a dime, I can be a Ringling Brothers clown.
That is you. Has he been watching our Google Hangout? That's what I want to know.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Hey.
You know, Laurent wanted an invitation, and
he's not showing up.
No.
He's French.
I need him.
You know how those French can be very aloof sometimes.
I need the Paris. I need the Paris connection, or the Paris reaction. You know how that is. How's everybody doing today? Anyway, good. Everyone okay?
Yeah,
Good day.
I'm gonna have to get up in a minute because Richard's gonna come in. He'll throw me out, Maria. You won't have to throw me out.
Okay, let's let him. I've never met Richard. Let me put it housewife.
Yeah, he's very Hawaii.
What was it?
Hawaii? Hawaiian mint?
Are you moving?
White mints.
It's Hawaiian mints.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
It's like one of those free promotional mints. Is it any good?
No, it just I'm from Hawaii, Michael. Tony, where the heck are you going? Well, can you move your chair? Good Lord, you're like my husband at home.
You are the on-air couple, hangout on-air couple, Maria, you and Tony. Old married couple.
Well, if you're watching on air, so Richard Lewis is walking in right now. There he is. So if you're watching on,
I just met a girl named.
oh, sing it, baby. Tony, we're gonna have to fight.
Maria.
Oh, I heard what he said.
Oh, I ripped you.
I know. You
No, I ripped on the show, but I don't know. I said you're one of my faves. You could be in the circus as well. You know, I was warming you.
I know you completely.
I warned you.
I told you.
I said spin plates while
if you didn't, I would have been offended.
Okay, you sit here. I know. I said, has Richard been watching our Google Hangout?
Yes, I've seen it enough, and I've also
Tony,
seen Tyson, who's unbelievable.
Did you see him in our
He
hangout?
rocked.
Wasn't he? Well, look, this is going to be your medium.
Yeah, whatever you want. I'm very happy to do this.
Here's our microphone.
And
so
what do I?
Yes, scoot up
Okay.
just a little bit.
And people ask me questions?
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah.
And here's our microphone right up here.
Right.
I'm sorry, this is your microphone. This is our camera. Get it straight, Maria.
Beautiful.
Did you feel that little earthquake this morning, by the way?
No, actually, I felt
No?
a bit of sanity. It was because it was shaking.
Oh, okay.
And when it shakes, I feel better.
Do you want a microfiber cloth? Our technician says we've got one.
Why can't I? Do I have to read anything from this?
No, not at all.
No, I don't need it.
No.
Oh, I know what it is. It's that black. No, never mind.
Okay, so this is our Google Plus Hangout. I'm sure they've told you a little bit about it. We get to hang out with a maximum of 9 other people in the Hangout.
Beautiful.
But it's broadcast live to our YouTube channel right now, so the whole world could be watching. Anyone with a YouTube,
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm
Isn't that
fearless.
Great? Isn't it great?
I'm fearless.
Yeah, I'll hold on to you. It's okay.
Yeah, Maria,
It's
really.
okay.
And I could say hello to these people, and then they can ask questions, the whole deal?
Let me introduce everybody here.
Okay.
They're awesome. Hey, you guys, good morning.
Make sure you tell them that I'm at the Richard Lewis Twitter. Otherwise, this whole thing is worthless for them.
Absolutely. I will, definitely. Welcome to the Fox 11 Newsroom here in Los Angeles. Happy Wednesday. It's Maria, and we have at the Richard Lewis here in the house, in the Hangout.
Peace and love. Ring those stars.
So awesome. If you're watching on air, by the way, make sure you plus, comment, and share the link, okay? Because we love to hear from you, definitely. If you've got questions for at the Richard Lewis, send them our way as well, and we'll convey the
Beautiful.
questions.
Maria, you're beautiful and intelligent, and that's why I'm here.
Oh.
Says about me.
Tony, don't. I'll snap, Tony, because you're half journalist, half circus act, and that's why you should be in a freak museum.
Have you seen him on the camel?
No, I've just seen him spin. Hey, there's a fire on La Brea and spinning with a seal, balancing a ball next to him. That's before you got here.
We'll have to
And
get
they
that.
didn't fire him because he's involved in some kind of mob thing. But it doesn't matter.
He's from the south side of Chicago. I can believe
He's
that.
not getting fired.
Yeah. Okay, these are the guys in the hangout here. This is Trev. He's hanging out from Yorkshire in the UK.
Beautiful. Hey, man.
Renzo is in Venezuela.
Hello, Richard.
Hey, bro.
Michael is in Augusta, Georgia.
Hello.
Here you go.
Kempton is in Calgary, Canada.
Hi, Richard.
Hey, man.
Daniela is in Portland.
Good morning.
Yeah, I was just up in Oregon. Beautiful.
It is.
Well, it depends who you're sleeping next to.
I mean, yeah. Chris is in Dallas, Texas.
Hey, Rich.
And I'll see you in November.
All right.
Yeah, speaking of, so you're on the road. You are performing.
I've never stopped performing.
You've never stopped.
Even in the womb, I came out
Yes,
with I had a microphone.
I believe that.
No, I
with
was.
those glasses.
Huh?
With the glasses.
No, I just do this as an homage to Mr. Dillon every night. I'll take them off if it's upsetting to you.
No, it's not
the lights
upsetting.
here.
Not at
this
all.
thing and this little ET looks like a zit that ET had. What is this?
Is it offensive to you? I
No,
know,
it looks like a testicle.
Nobody else is
They see
better.
Some of them have this because they're blue ball.
Look, here it is. I got the other one.
There's enough blue balls in high school.
I got the other
That's what
one.
happens when you make out and nothing happens. I didn't know this was extra. Tony, get away.
Blue.
Tell me this was R-rated.
I got the other one.
So I'm actually talking into a blue ball. Maria, this is the most humiliating. I love these people that are signing on. I love all of you cats, man. But to talk into a blue ball, to remind me of myself in junior high and high school until that one night where, luckily, I found a nymphomaniac.
I won't make you kiss it. It's okay.
Oh my God.
Like I'm going to even touch a toilet in the studio? You know how many people sat on that toilet in the dressing room? You know, if any of you are when you're in the arts and you have, if you're not, dressing rooms are the same for anybody. You know, be it Springsteen or anybody. And to think that you're going to sit on a toilet.
Well, they have these paper things, Richard.
They fall in. It's a sucker's punch. They slip in like a tsunami. They get sucked in. Then your bare ass is on the thing. Then all hell breaks. And Tony comes in dressed up like a nurse because he's, and he brings the blue ball in with salve, and then you try to arrest him. It's a whole thing. What happens here, by the way?
Okay, so listen, they have questions for you. They,
anything you want. Even if you hate
I think you just let him keep rolling, Maria.
Yeah.
I think we just let him keep rolling here. We don't need a question. Just keep talking.
Yeah.
That's why I'm coming to the Addison Improv soon because I love that gig. That's a good gig for me.
Yeah. Oh, Deanna just stepped into the hangout. Deanna's in Reno. Oh, Kyle is here as well. He's up in Milwaukee. So,
Hello, Richard. Big fan.
Thanks, buddy.
Wait a second. It's like I was watching a live stream. What was that about blue balls?
Ball.
Here,
Yeah,
I'm talking to a testicle from high school. A blue ball.
I got you.
That's the deal.
But okay, so if you guys have any questions, just get my attention, and of course I'll get to you and your question. Oh, Deanna, right off the bat. Okay, what's your question?
Oh yeah, it's like I just was like because one of the things that I remember seeing you in is like you were Prince John and Robin Hood.
Talking about blue balls. I couldn't have sex for 3 years after that movie.
Left and right after that.
Hey, you want to know something? I know Mel Brooks a long time, and that movie didn't get critically. It got panned initially, like a lot of things, and then it became sort of a cult film. And it's not Young Frankenstein or Blazing Saddles in terms of a film, in terms of a great film, but it has a lot of laughs, and every kid has seen that movie, and it's one of the best-selling movies of Mel Brooks'.
One of my favorites.
I will never forget The Traveling Mole.
And people all over. I'm walking down a mall. And people from other countries and other. I don't even understand. Prince John, Prince John, and I have to run. So I mean, I'm proud to be Prince John, except wearing those tights. By the way, bro. They were so tight. My pressure went up, my sex life went down. That's all I can say about it. It was doing the scenes in 100-degree weather here outside of LA.
I hope you got a lot of money for that one.
Huh?
I hope you got a lot of money for that one.
Not a lot of money, but working with Mel Brooks was the bread for me.
Well, I love that film.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so most people do improv and stuff when they're just starting out, and then when they get famous, they do the movies and they're done with improv. Why do you keep doing it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, first of all, I started as a comedian. I'll end as a comedian, and anything else is dessert for me because I have passion for the art form of stand-up. I have about 30 hours of material on my computer, so when I go to whether it's nightclubs or concert halls, I still feel great. I feel blessed, if I may say that, to make people laugh, and hear that laughter makes me. That's probably the happiest I am.
Yeah.
They're happy for a minute. They get out of their heads. I get out of my head. Out of all the stuff, as soon as the show's over, then you put on the news. Oh crap,
Well, I love watching you on Curb. I mean,
that was a good answer. I wouldn't quote that in any SAT answer, by the way. What I just,
That was great.
Passion.
On Curb, do you guys tape in front of a live audience at all, or I know you're on location?
No, it's on location, but it's all ad lib, and it's like
it is all ad lib.
Oh, it's just it's.
So what do you get at the beginning of each?
If you're lucky, when you show up, you know what the scene is, and
really?
that's it. And then you just do it, and that's why I think it became. But first of all, Larry David wrote such an amazing outlines that he picked. Present company excluded, although I know him and we have the same relationship off screen. That's why he wanted me to do this, because we annoy each other. He's really annoying genius. I have more Larry David stories. It's just like when I go to do a Curb scene, I show up, I find out what the scene is, I come back. I've been married now for almost 8 years. I got married really late. Well, thanks. It's going well. I love my wife, but one of the issues is how did it go? I go, Joyce, let me tell you something. We fought I have makeup on. I don't know what he's going to edit. I don't care. I play Richard Lewis. It was just like, it's just, you know.
You're yourself in that show, right?
Well,
pretty much.
Yeah, I'm pretty annoying myself, but he puts me in positions where I am annoying. And he's always annoying, but I don't care. I love him. I have his back. I know him since I'm 12.
I heard that.
It's pretty trippy, man. So to be on a show with someone you know since you're 12,
incredible.
and then to show up, and he's just, I just show up, action. It's me and him. I drive home. I go, I'm getting paid for this, man. How lucky can I be?
I know.
With and that Larry and I both struggled a long time, when we started, and I couldn't be happier for a guy who's so ethical, I might add, not only in real life but in the business, because this business is so unscrupulous and ruthless. He's a great guy. I mean, he comes off that, with that curved character, but he's a very humane, really very, very politically aware, really cares about the people who don't have, and he's a great guy. He's a humanitarian as far as I'm concerned. If he ever hears me say this, he'll mock me forever.
I'm going to send this link to him. Hey, Kempton, what's your question?
Yeah, Richard, can you talk about your the writing process in writing a stand-up act? Did you really push on fine-tuning every single word, or do you change it a lot and then do it on stage? What's your process?
It's a great question. Now, really briefly, so I don't bore the hell out of everybody. When I started out in my early 20s and I had to get on the big shows, the talk shows, like Johnny Carson, for example, was the one. You had to make it on that. I would go on stage with monologues, string 4 or 5 or 6 tight monologues together in the hopes that they would be good enough one day to get on the Tonight Show, and then you'd audition for them, and they'd see you had 3 or 4 shows, because if you didn't have others' monologues to follow up, then they wouldn't book you. I did well, and then the rest was sort of history. Letterman was different for me because he says, you're too physical for the camera, because I would go like this, and it looked amateurish. So he said, just sit down like I am with Maria, and if you want to be nuts on the chair, like, neurotic and crazy, fine, it'd be frenzy, but it's better than the camera. Because Jay Leno once said I went off the show and then came back again. Yeah, I mean, totally all out of the frame. So, so at that time in my career, it was important to fine-tune every word. But then when I started doing specials and all of that, after that, about 15 years ago, I said, you know what, in Carnegie Hall, and I did every venue I could in the country, basically. I said, I just want to do this for myself and the audience. But I just want to go out there, I have stuff in my head, and just wail and be as fearless as possible. And, if the shows go well, they go well. If they don't, I gave it my all. I prepare. Even in L.A., like this week, it's a club and concerts up in upstate New York and West Nyack. I think I'm going to be preparing now. I've been looking at my computer, you asked a question, and scrolling over hundreds of dysfunctions. And that I have, that there are actually premises for I hopefully, are jokes. Or at least something amusing.
Talk
funny.
About your wife in there?
My wife gets
is she off limits?
She's
is there anything that's off limits for you?
Well, fortunately, it's my sweet spot is self-deprecation. I'm just an insecure cat. So I don't like to point fingers at anyone but myself, so I'm sort of safe in that regard. My wife had to learn very suddenly that we'd be in bed together on television, and what was going on. But fortunately for her, she's a beautiful and much better lover and everything sexual than I am. So, I just destroy myself. She just walks out like this from a gig if she's there, because why would she marry this mental case,
Yeah, Daniela, go ahead.
I have a question. I've been interested in getting into stand-up, and do you have any advice for a comic starting out? Is there anything that you just absolutely do not do, or something that you absolutely should do?
Well, look, when you're first starting out, just getting up on stage is a big deal. It's like me being sober 18 years, it really is a day at a time. So for that, it's just getting up that first time. It's such a thrill, man. So work on some stuff. Run it by friends you like who have your sensibility, and if you find it funny, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And then I would say this, hang out at the places where people are as new as you and then are a little ahead of you, and then hopefully, like I did, people that are way ahead of you that befriend you and then tell you the ropes. Don't go there. That club is horrible. That owner's a jerk. That's a nice owner when you're starting out. So someone who's on the same level, someone's a little ahead of you, and then hopefully you can meet somebody, who's, really way ahead of you, who befriends you and likes your sense of humor. And then ultimately, as a comedian, if you just be true to who you are and try to be you, no one can rip that off. It's unfortunate that a lot of comedians get desperate and they want to be liked fast, so they'll take from different people. And, ultimately that's a dead-end street as far as I'm concerned. I mean, if you're not yourself, you know what, this is my point of view. If you're not yourself, forget about the stealing part, which is horrendous, but if you're not yourself, my feeling is, why even go on stage?
Right.
I mean, if you can't express who you are, it seems to be pointless.
That's for anything. I mean, not
absolutely.
Very cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Anyone else have anything to say? Any questions? No? Wow.
Well, I was going to have a follow-up comment on that, because I remember Ricky Gervais said pretty much the same thing as what you've just said. I think you both are similar sort of comedy. He says that he goes on to make himself laugh. And if other people find it funny, then great. If not, then so be it.
Yeah, I know Ricky. While he's quite something. He's quite a talent. Him and his partner. And look, you're right. I mean, but for me, again, going on stage, just ripping myself to shreds. Of course, the problems I have and the dysfunctions I have. If I hate to say this, but if everyone else didn't have them, I'd be a carpenter.
Can you be? I'm going to bring my volume down.
Nothing wrong with being a carpenter, by the way.
Yeah,
no.
I'm going to bring my volume down
and religious,
just a little bit, because Lisa's about to do a little cut in, so I'm going to bring my. You don't have to.
No, I'll talk. I'm talking like I have an iPod on, on an airplane. And you scream so loud to the flight attendant. I once made one have she had a stroke. I went, yeah, I'll have some more. Because I was listening to the White Album and it was really loud. Anyway.
Can you be normal?
Talk closer to the blue ball, will you?
It won't be blue balls anymore.
Person? I mean, do you know what I mean? Like without dysfunctions, can you be funny, or does that go hand in hand? Dysfunctional
I mean, like,
be comedically funny.
Look, Jack Benny seemed to me to be, first of all, he's like one of the greatest stand-ups ever. He had, think what he had. He had a persona, he had a hook, a cheap thing, and he had this incredible style, and he didn't strike me as, I was the antithesis of like Benny. I mean, I'm a basket case. I need to unravel. When I go on stage, I'm literally myself. People know exactly how I'm feeling. I'm not suggesting that's cool or that makes me any better than anybody else, but it's frightening because I have a need to express myself because my childhood was sort of crummy in terms of people listening to me. So audiences have always been like, the most important thing for me. So when they're laughing, they're sort of giving me, not adulation isn't well, they are, but they're giving me like validation for my feelings. And I don't even know who asked that. No one. But
you just make it so easy. Like I feel like you and some of the other really, really successful comics go up there and just wing it. But there's a lot of preparation. There's a lot, like you said, you have hundreds of hours.
Yeah, well, my preparation is, I don't mean to interrupt you. At this point in my career, my preparation is just going over hours and hours of material and hope that some sticks, and then the rest, whatever's happening in the moment. And then I do ad-lib a lot. But other comics, they work very hard on their act, and then hopefully for themselves they throw it away once they get it on a special or a show, and then they start building again. That's a good way to work too, but that to me is too restricting because I don't want to go on the road and do the same thing to try to build that perfect 50 minutes. Look, I've been doing this for a long time. I mean, I have the right to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, you got to just be who you are. I mean, that's
there's no right or wrong way to do anything.
I know, I got to go. But listen, you guys.
Hey, thanks everybody.
Thanks for hanging out.
Take care of yourselves.
Richard Lewis performing at Irvine Improv this week. If you know anyone here in SoCal, that's in Orange County. But check your website.
Blue Ball 1, Blue Ball 2. Blue Ball 1, Blue Ball 2.
Photo.
Oh, picture.
Thanks a lot.
Take care.
Thank
you for stopping by.
Comedians are always good, aren't they?
Yeah.
That is a funny, funny man.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony! Tony, stop pretending to work and get over here.
Oh, beautiful. No one turns the mic off.
I like comedians because they can ad lib. I mean, you ask one question, he goes on for.
I love you too, Richard. You know when we first met, and you won't remember this. No, it was at a yogurt shop in. This was about. I want to say we met about 20 years ago.
2 years. I had 2 years to go until I was a little sober.
Yeah, maybe not even quite that long. I've been here 22 years. It was in Studio City.
I wasn't always staggering around.
No, you weren't staggering. It was at a yogurt shop, but I knew of you. And I said, oh, my God, this guy does not need to be in here getting sugar.
Okay, that is put you on my shit list again for 6 months. Take care.
All right, take care.
You're gonna run it out?
Yeah, I'm dope. Hey, guys.
Hey, man, what's going on?
Right? I met you at a yoga shop. That's it.
The only time you're not sitting over
Tony,
here is
I
when
know.
I'm
Right now?
We're looking all over for you.
I-
We're talking about you, and the only time you're not
I know. I couldn't believe it. Richard went on the air and like insulted me up one side and down the other, and they were looking for me, and they couldn't find me because I was actually eating.
Well, you're not allowed to do that.
I know. I know. Exactly. So he he's a truly great guy. Just a really incredibly talented guy. I have a lot of respect for him.
Yeah, Richard Lewis is hilarious.
No, he was great, man.
Yeah, that is a funny dude. But yeah, I like what he said about Robin Hood Men in Tights, because I'm sorry, that movie is hilarious.
I love that movie.
I loved it. Yeah, it was awesome.
That movie was funny.
That movie is so underrated. I quote things from it all the time.
Especially with all the Dave Chappelle lines.
Oh yeah.
True. Dude, his character was hilarious.
I know it was the cheesiest little shtick, but that traveling mole on his face would just, every time it moved, I would just lose my lunch. It was so funny.
Very funny.
Well, and then the fact they had Patrick Stewart come in at the end as...
Yeah.
Oh, that was
I need to see that again. What was the name of that movie again?
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Men in Tights. Okay.
Yeah. It's a great. You'll laugh and laugh and laugh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's on Netflix.
If you don't find that movie funny, something is seriously wrong with it.
If not, I'm sure it's streaming on YouTube or something. It's everywhere.
Yeah. Okay.
We're manly men.
It's just a ridiculous film. You know, it's some typical Mel Brooks stupid film. But it's, you know, yeah.
Along the lines of a
don't make
Spaceballs.
any sense, and it's great.
Well,
Spaceballs in the
We
woods.
have coming on the Hangout that I have to get up
Oh,
for.
okay. I'm excited about this one. Adam Richman, who was the guy from the TV show Man vs. Food.
Yeah.
He has a new show called Best Sandwich in America, and so we're going to talk about that with him, his new show. But yeah, I could sit up on the Food Network and watch Man vs. Food for hours.
Hell yeah, man! I used to watch marathons of that. It's like that's how I found out about great places to eat in other places.
Yeah.
My brother was surprised. I went out to visit him in St. Paul, and I knew all the places to eat. It's like, here, we got to go here and get ourselves a Juicy Lucy. Now, let's handle that. He's like, how do you know about that? It's like, I know things. Don't question me.
Oh, that's not your anyway. Well, how did they get switched around?
Do you not want to be in this seat?
Well, see, this chair is supposed to be on this side, and this chair is supposed to be on that side. Anyway.
Or do you want to just scoot around?
Yes. Okay, let's scoot around.
Music's playing right now.
It really, honestly, it's a simple solution. It's not that,
It's a simple
but
solution.
Maria's got to give you drama.
I don't have any drama. Oh God, these glasses are terrible. I thought they were readers.
They are readers.
Oh, they're so strong.
They're not that strong.
Yeah, they're strong.
What are you talking about? Oh, okay, yeah.
I've tried on yours before. It was like a 1. Those are like 3.
No, they're not. These are 1.5.
Oh, they don't feel like it, Tony.
Yes. No, but these are expensive. So you're used to the cheap grocery store ones.
No, I'm looking at him because he's the cheap one. He's the one that buys it for like 99. He goes to the 99 cents.
You guys have no idea how cheap.
Yeah,
you have no idea how cheap I am.
Okay.
I don't understand that though. It's because it genuinely costs you money. If you buy cheap crap, it costs you more, and that's deadly serious.
But I take care of my cheap stuff, Trev.
I mean, normally, like if you buy a cheap shirt and you wash it 3 times, it's no longer.
I don't wash them. See, that's
Renzo, if you can hear me, Renzo, if you can hear me, where's Renzo?
That's the key, Trev. You buy them cheap and you don't wash.
Fair enough. Okay, yeah, good shout. I'll do that.
Okay, Richard. I'm sorry, Richard, not Richard.
Adam Richmond.
No. James woke. I'm very confused today. I'm sorry. I didn't get much sleep. The baby woke me up, and we had a little earthquake at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, we did.
Heard about that.
It was small, but it woke me up, and then it woke the baby up, and then it was just downhill from there.
Oh yeah, if he woke up, you were done getting sleep.
Yeah, no, it was terrible. But James woke is on his way, and I know Renzo wanted to talk to him, but he has his back turned to us, so he should be here any second. Do you guys know who James Woke is?
No.
I just had a look, but I still don't.
James Woke is from Political Animals. It's a new TV series.
Oh, yeah, that's on USA, yeah?
Yes, on USA, exactly. You sounded like you were from Hawaii there for a second, Deanna. That's how we talk. Like, he's on USA, yeah? That's how. Anyway. Did you get caught up with Richard?
I did.
He's funny.
Yeah, he's very
fun. I love him on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
He was saying, I hope you don't mind that I insult you so much. I'm like, I would be offended if you didn't.
I know. I want him to insult me. Right?
I was surprised that he talked about that they ad-libbed that show. I thought that was scripted out.
Oh, you thought it was scripted? Oh, no, I knew.
No, I knew most of it was scripted or whatever, but I didn't know his scenes were always ad-libbed.
No, the whole show is ad-libbed.
Well, no, he said that
Larry,
they have an outline.
That's all they have.
And that's about it.
In other words,
cool.
Larry sits down in the production meeting and he says, this is what this scene is about. This is where I want it to start. This is pretty much where I want it to end. And then they just ad-lib.
That is great.
I think that would probably
cool.
If you're an actor,
that's tough.
If you're an actor, if you've created the character in your head, you know how they act. So if they just say you've got to do this, then the actor would go, oh, mind you, because you've got to bounce off other people, haven't you? And just,
here's James.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
See you guys.
To be continued. Oh, now Heather's telling Tony to get out of there. Hi.
Maria.
Hi,
James. Nice to meet you. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you. Come join me.
Thank
this
you.
is our Google Plus Hangout.
Okay.
Have they told you a little bit about it? Has Heather told you?
I leave it to you.
No, I know nothing.
Okay, come. Come smush. Well, that's why I like the Google Plus Hangout. Yes. No.
Okay.
This is our microphone right here. This is our camera.
Okay.
Let me adjust it so we can get you in the shot better here. But the Google Plus Hangout is really, really fun. We get to hang out with up to 9 other people from all over the world.
Okay.
And not only that, this is broadcast live to our YouTube channel right now, so anyone with a YouTube account could be watching. So I say the whole world could be watching.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, which is really fun. And it's also posted on our YouTube channel later, so it's recorded.
Great.
Yeah. So we're going to say hello to the world right now. And I hope I'm saying this right. It's James Woke.
James Woke. Yes,
James Woke,
that's correct. Yeah,
right?
you have it right. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you guys. It's Maria from the MyfoxLA newsroom here in Los Angeles, and I have the very handsome, as you can tell, James Woke with me. He is from the new show, the new series called Political Animals on USA. So we're going to hang out with him, find out what he's up to these days besides Political Animals. Let me introduce you to everybody in the Hangout. First of all, if you're watching on air, hi. Make sure you plus and comment and share the link for us, okay, because we'd love to hear from you guys. Okay, thank you. So here is Chris. He's hanging out with us from Dallas, Texas.
Hey, Chris.
Good to see you.
Daniela is in Portland.
Good morning.
Morning.
Deano is in Reno.
Deano. How you doing?
Michael is in Augusta, Georgia.
Hey, Georgia.
Renzo is in Venezuela. And Trev is in the UK. Renzo just stepped away from the frame. Right. And then Trev is in the UK, as I said. So, okay, so let's start out. Let's talk about Political Animals. It's a hit show, right? It's coming back for the season?
Yeah, well,
you've been ordered,
This is the first season that we're doing, and it's being aired as a limited series, and we're super excited about the show. It's about a former first family who's kind of fallen from grace, And in the show, you see these really fallible characters who are trying to climb their way back. There's a lot of dark things that happen. There's a lot of duplicitous things that happen, and it's a really, really fun show.
Now, who do you play? Do you play the president's son or something?
Yeah,
or,
I play Douglas Hammond. I am the son of the former president and Secretary of State, being played by Sigourney Weaver and Kieran Hine. And the character is so much fun to play. He's really kind of pristine on the surface, but goes to some really dark, bad places, which always makes a character really fun to play.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because it's nothing like you.
No, nothing like me. No.
Not at all.
Well.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get a little secret or two from James. If you guys have a question, by the way, just there is Renzo. Renzo is the big fan. Yeah, he's a huge fan of your show.
Hey, Renzo.
Hey, James. I mean, it's so awesome to meet you, man. I mean, I'm a huge fan of you, and normally, I mean, I cannot talk about your show, like the new show, because it hasn't aired in my country yet.
Oh, really?
But I really want to talk about this. I really want to talk about this, man.
In front of the class.
Yes, in front of the class. I mean, I'm a teacher, and this movie inspires me like really good. I mean, you don't deserve an Emmy because of this. You deserve an Oscar. I mean, you did it amazing.
All right.
I mean, and I tell all my colleagues, to watch this movie because it makes me want to go right now and teach every time I watch it. So, I mean, my question is, how did you get into this character that you played, Brad Cohen is based, on a true story? So how was all that preparation for you? How long did it take you?
That's a great question. I didn't have long at all to prepare for that role. I actually I auditioned for the role. I got the part. My initial audition was some form of Tourette's, but it wasn't the polished version that you saw in the film. I kind of was making it up as I went along. I knew people who had Tourette's growing up, but it really came when we went down to Louisiana to shoot it. We had about 2 months, and we worked with the dialect coach. I watched a ton of footage. There's a great special that was airing at the time about kids who had Tourette's, and I just kind of learned it through mimicking and repetition. And then within like 3 weeks, we had to start filming. So it was really quick. I had no time to think about it, which is, I think, always the best way to approach something.
Man, I'm giving you an Oscar because of that. I mean, it's just super. I mean, I watched it like more than 5 times already. It's just way too awesome, and you were just great.
Very sweet. Thank you so much.
No kidding.
Thank you.
Hey, Saul, is Robin going to go on the air here? You're just standing by? Okay. And if I hadn't already said, James, this is very casual, very informal. Look at what we do behind the scenes in this room. So, no, it's very informal. Okay, so while we're still okay here. So how was your preparation then for Political Animals? Did you go to the White House, or did you go around Washington, D.C.? Did you research different First Families and
I read
through
Bobby.
all the gossip magazines because that's where all the info.
Read by Us Weekly and People. That was my entire research.
That kind of research.
You know what I did? I read Bobby Kennedy's biography because it's the character is loosely based on Bobby Kennedy, but really the script lends itself towards the character. I mean, you just kind of follow that and do your job as the actor, and it takes you there. And the character really goes to some dark places. All you guys, I hope you get to watch if you're out there. I don't know if you're watching right now. Renzo, I know it's not airing in your country yet, but for everyone else, it's a really fun show. Really fun.
I'll watch it. Okay. But this is my favorite. I mean, this is
I didn't know. Really? No.
I talked to the Academy. I mean, you need an Oscar. Yes.
Deanna, why
don't you make him one?
No, make him one, right? All right, James. Like, I haven't gotten a chance to catch Political Animals yet. It's like I'm going to because it's a USA show, and I watch pretty much every show that USA puts out because they're all excellent.
Yes, 10 p.m. Sunday, Deanna. 10 p.m. Sunday.
Ooh, Breaking Bad Day. That's not good. DVR it is then. Okay. Moving on from that, it's like, I mean, relatively speaking, you're kind of early in your career right now, but you're on a show right now with Sigourney Weaver. I was like, I mean, just how does that feel as an actor being so kind of young in the industry, comparatively speaking, to be on a show working with Sigourney Weaver of all people? I mean, my God, man.
Yeah, it's a great question. It feels amazing. You know, she's a consummate professional. She's an unbelievable actress, and she's kind of one of those actresses or actors that you look up to as a young actor, especially growing up. You know their body of work, and so to work opposite of her is just it's a real joy. You know, it really is.
Now you are from Michigan originally, yes?
Yeah, I'm originally from Michigan, Detroit, Michigan.
Represent it?
Yes, I was
from Detroit.
Detroit, yep.
A lot of famous actors and accomplished actors and performers and entertainers come from Michigan.
Yeah.
Did you know that? Who was your inspiration? Or who did you look up to and role models growing up as an actor?
You know, it's so funny you say that. You know who is actually from Detroit is Ellen Burstyn, who's on Political Animals, who plays my grandmother. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that before we started shooting. And
we have a connection.
We have a connection. So, Deanna, just so you know, represent Ellen Burstyn, Detroit.
So what's up? We got two Michiganders. Like, now I got to catch it. I got to make sure I catch it now.
That's excellent. Now, Daniela, did you have a question too? I noticed that you had your hand up, maybe? No?
Oh, I had noticed actually on your Wikipedia page that you volunteer at a camp, the Twitch and Shout.
Yes.
And I think that is such a cool name. It's so neat that it's tongue-in-cheek. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about that and the work you do there.
Yeah, Twitch and Shout is a camp for kids who have Tourette syndrome. The poster that Renzo was showing up earlier in front of the class is about a teacher who has Tourette syndrome, this guy Brad Cohen, true story. And after I did the film, Brad started this camp down in Georgia, and I went down there the year after the film came out and started working at the camp, and now it's 4 years from that time, and I've gone back every year, and it's amazing. It's 110 kids to 150 kids, ages 8 to 17, who all have Tourette syndrome, and it's an amazing week for them just to go down there and have fun and feel normal, and it's a real blast.
That's fascinating.
I didn't know you were doing that, man. That makes me admire you even more than I do. That's great.
Thank you, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Michael, what is your question?
Where in Georgia is that camp located?
God, you know what? It's a small town about an hour north of Atlanta.
Oh, I'm like 2 hours south of Atlanta.
Yeah. Well,
so
you know.
You're very close, Michael. Do you have a website?
A personal website. I have a Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter. Okay. Yeah, at James Wolk.
And you could tweet out the info.
I'll be tweeting info about it. Yeah, we'll be tweeting from camp too. So.
I'll follow you, man.
At James Wolk.
Renzo, follow me.
I posted the link in the chat also for anyone that's interested.
Chris, did you have a question?
Yeah. So you just brought up something I thought was interesting. They said you have a website, and the first thing your reaction was, I have a Twitter account. It's amazing. Richard Lewis just came on. He said, I'm at the Richard Lewis. You guys are all leveraging this space. What do you think about it, and what do you like to do in this space?
Chris, it's funny that you asked that. I was just having that conversation about a half hour ago with some wonderful people who are actually standing over here who you can't see. And there's a beautiful team, and there's people talking now from the TV.
Yeah,
so
no problem. I understand.
It's an amazing thing. I think it's unbelievable what the space is doing. I'm still new to it and still learning how to use it, but yeah, I think it's an amazing tool. You can do great things like promote awareness for the camp. You can give personal information and, not too personal, but, connect with people. And, yeah, I think it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see where that goes.
You should do some stuff like when you're on the set or whatever, practicing, take some behind-the-scene pictures. I haven't seen many actors or actresses do that and tweet it out. That'd be kind of cool.
Do you have a Twitter? Do you do
Yes,
Twitter?
I do, and I'm going to tweet out some pictures that we're doing now. I'm at Maria's Earth.
We should follow each other.
I'm going to follow you right after this.
Okay, I'm going to follow you too.
At James Wolk.
Cool, I'll follow you.
Yeah, we all will. Hey, you guys, thanks for hanging out. I have to let James go. We're going to do a cut-in over here, but can you take a photo of us and put it on my phone? Thank you. There's a camera right there.
Okay, should we tweet this?
Yes.
Oh, don't worry. It's like I will have this tweeted in the next 5 minutes or so.
You bet your booty we'll have this out in like 30 seconds.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we'll retweet.
Thank you, James.
Thanks for hanging
guys.
out. James Wolk, Political Animals.
You're awesome, man.
On Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday at 10.
Okay. All right, guys.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Take care.
Renzo will be mailing you the Oscar.
Renzo, man, I did not know you had a geek out in you. I didn't think you could geek out. I just thought you were so calm and cool and collected. And there you go, geeking out, just like the rest of them. Welcome to the club, man.
Thank you so much.
I know you took over
I mean,
like Milano did when, whenever someone from
Dallas.
What was that show that?
Dallas. Yeah.
Dallas.
He was very professional. On this, and he did an amazing job. I think he deserves an award.
Hangouts I do for Stars of Dallas or something. You should have seen when Michelle Lee got Giancarlo Esposito from Breaking Bad into a hangout. You should have seen that.
Wait, Giancarlo is in Breaking Bad?
Yeah. Giancarlo played the major villain of the prior 2 seasons. And
no, I didn't know that. I like him a lot.
I've heard so much about that series.
If you're not watching it, start Breaking Bad.
That's what someone told me. I started watching. I'm going to start watching.
Tony's over here, like. Tony, go ahead. What, Tony?
Wait, what did Tony say?
Tony says it's the best series on television right now.
That's what my friend just told me yesterday. He said, I've got to watch. Best show on TV.
You just got plus 500 cool points because you are absolutely right. It is the best show on television.
I thought you were going to say plus 500 circles from other people because Tony sadly is lacking in that arena.
Well, it's because he doesn't use it though. That's the thing.
That's what I told him. I keep telling him that. I said, Tony, you have to use it. Otherwise,
it's like I tag Tony all the time when I'm doing stuff.
No, Trevor's speaking the truth. You have to use it, Tony. If you don't use it, then people won't be interested in looking at your stream, and they won't engage with you.
If no one knows you're there, Tony, no one's going to circle you.
If no one knows you're there, no one's going to circle you.
That's the worst way to do it.
Tweet away, man. Tweet.
Right, but Tony has to play in the ring if he wants people in the ring to know he's there. He can just be watching from like outside. You know?
Yeah, come on, Tony. It's like, just come in and post some stuff. Post things that you're
interested in. I do post. What do you mean? I post at least once a month.
Well, no, you don't.
Once a month. When was the last time you posted something, dude?
I posted something when I said, sounds like a fun hangout, I'll be there.
That's not posting. You're
posting.
Replying. You're replying to what I've said. That's not posting something.
You're commenting. Post.
Okay, keep it up, and I'll post something.
I will go.
I like the way you say that.
I will go country girl Hawaii on you, south side of Chicago.
Hawaii. Seriously, Tony, look at any of us. It's like we're constantly posting things that we're interested in. It doesn't have to. Even if you're the only one that cares, just post stuff.
Last time you posted something was June 4th.
Oh, boo.
Because
you know what?
Listen, it's like
that was over a month. That's nearly 2 months ago.
Listen, new boy.
New boy. No, but you know what? Okay, here's what I posed to everybody yesterday, and I got some responses, but not a whole lot. But I wanted to know how you guys felt about having to, they're not making you put your real name. YouTube is commenting on the stream, but how do you feel about putting your real profile, your real name, before if you're an individual, not necessarily a brand, but if you're an individual.
The comment I always make about Google, because it's basically 2 Google sites, and Google Plus is among the best, I'd say bar none, the best comments and conversations on social media on the whole internet.
Yeah.
Now, YouTube is the worst. It's like the ghetto of the social media world. The comments there, they're absolutely evil. Some of those people.
It's hideous.
And and that's the thing. And now it's nothing to do with the real name, I don't think, because you do get some twats on Google Plus as well. But I think that would.
They're trying to clean it up. That's what I was told. They're trying to clean it up, make it classier, make it. The brands are starting to dive in. So you're right. You're exactly right. They want to make sure that if you're going to say something, you're going to be held accountable here.
Yeah, but don't you guys worry about, people talk about their safety, and if you post something that it isn't necessarily offensive to you or other people, that people may seek you out and hurt you. So what do you think about that?
Well, don't post it then. I post a lot of stuff that...
No, but it could merely be a very simple thing, but someone will misinterpret it and consider it something offensive and will go after you.
I think that could happen anywhere. You could be at the grocery store and say, man, I hate Justin Bieber, and someone could follow you to your car and hit you over the head with their groceries. I mean,
yeah, but that
you don't know.
Well, I happen to agree with it. Shaka doesn't.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it too.
Adam Richmond, we have to do this one quick.
Hey.
Oh, you've got to go outside.
5 minutes.
Oh, okay, so you got 2 minutes with you. Hi, Maria.
How do you do? I'm sorry, just spilled coffee on my head.
2 minutes.
You two, come sit down.
Certainly.
Hey, you guys, this is so awesome. This is
Okay, now this is epic for me.
This is epic, right?
Richmond.
Right.
Yes, it is. Hello.
Hello. This is a quick.
Okay, this is gonna be a really quick hang because Adam's gonna get on set, but it's Maria from the MyfoxLA newsroom in Los Angeles, and we've got our surprise guest, Adam Richmond from Adam Richmond's Best Sandwich in America. You may have seen him though on Men v Food and on the Travel Channel and whatnot. So anyway, let's talk to Adam. What's going on? What are you here for today?
I am here obviously promoting Best Sandwich. The Great Lakes episode of Best Sandwich airs tonight, and the finale is fast approaching. So the regional finalists are in. We got a couple wild cards, some viewers' choice wild cards. And, yeah, I'm out here also researching for my second book, and there's lots of good food in store.
Researching for your second book. I love it. I want your job so badly. I can't even tell you to be paid and eat and find, like, the best sandwich or whatever around the world.
It's pretty great.
Is that, like, the most awesome job?
You know, it has its, you know, like every job, it's its pluses and minuses, but it's a good problem to have, I think. You know, I just finished researching a chapter on the best Mission burrito in San Francisco. And it's good, but the cumulative effect of trying 13 different burritos is, you need to be alone for a little while, I think. It's a smart way to go about it, I think. It's a good way to stay single, I guess.
If you guys have a question, let me know, and then I'll try to get it in. Gianno, go ahead.
I'm not sure this is so much a question as much a comment. It's like Man vs. Food is one of my favorite shows on the channel entirely.
Thank you.
It's like,
Thank you.
Play marathons. I'll sit there for like 5 hours. Yeah, this is awesome. So just thank you for introducing me to so many different restaurants around the country that now is like when I go travel, I go specifically looking for the places that you've mentioned. So,
thank you very much for saying that.
And Renzo will mail you an Oscar as well. He's been mailing them to every guest on here.
Okay, one last question. So, best and worst part of your job?
Best and worst part. Best is the people I get to meet, really getting a chance to see the country, but also to see people from other places and to learn from them. Worst part, I miss my bed. I have a really great bed, and I miss it sometimes.
You can't pack that in your suitcase.
No, and Lord knows I've tried, but no, it doesn't work. But I miss that. I'm a mama's boy, so I like hugging my mom sometimes.
Oh, so cute. Well, okay, he's got to go, but we just wanted to bring him in.
This is the coolest chat thing ever.
I know. Next time, will you come back? And
you have my word. You have my word, and thank you guys. This is really cool. I gotta do
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
You gotta stop me doing this.
Thank you, man. There's a lot of other people here.
Cheese. Thank you.
All right,
yeah,
see you
come
guys.
Back, okay?
Absolutely.
Be cool. Come back and join us sometime, man. I want to have a longer chat.
This way. He's got to they have a demo set up, so he's going to go do that on Good Day LA. Come,
That's
Tony,
cool.
Do you have time to get back here, or no, you're busy? Oh,
that'd be cool, Maria, to do a demo for you, like have a setup for you as well.
I would like somebody to come and do a demo for me.
That'd be cool.
I would like to get the cast of Magic Mike back in here.
I'm sure you would.
Tony's feeling all hurt because we kick him out all the time, and he's just
Well, if he would tweet, we'd respond back.
Did you hear that, Tony? If you would start posting and,
Okay, who's the wise guy? Who said
It wasn't me this time.
Just like, oh, Tony. What was the first one? Her name, Gabby. What was her name?
Oh,
Garcelle
Beauvais.
Right after that,
She was awesome.
she's over here loving you, giving you all kinds of love.
Oh, Dot Marie.
Oh, Dot Marie.
Yeah, Dot Marie loved Tony. Yeah, Dot Marie loved Tony. Tony, you're loved, even today, much loved by Richard Lewis. Anyway.
You know what I just heard her say? Tony, you're old. You've been around so long. Did anyone else hear that?
I heard it. I heard that.
I heard it was wise. You've been around, you're wise. We've been dogging you, so we got to say something nice now.
Didn't mean it though. I mean, that wasn't an intentional insult, was it? We just did so.
No, I wanted to get back to our discussion because Danielle is saying that it doesn't really matter they're going to come hurt you either way. So the safety issue is not an issue for you then, huh? Safety and security.
I mean, it might expose you a little more, but there's so many things in life that you can't really go about worrying about them. I mean, I don't suggest you go make like homophobe or racist comments, because anywhere you go, you're probably going to have some people take a lot of offense to that. But
ask Chick-fil-A.
Right, but other than that, you shouldn't be worried to speak your opinion.
Yeah, you should.
I agree.
Contrast to that.
I agree with her 100% because everything in this world is transparent now. I mean, did you know there's a stat out there that 90% of the kids under the age of 3 have an online presence? And what that means is,
what?
Yes, now about 90% because their parents are posting their pictures on Facebook. I mean, they don't have a profile, but every kid now has an online presence. It's out there. I mean, people are videoing everything. People are taking pictures out, you know, and you're in the background. We're already out there. I mean, the world is...
Privacy is becoming a thing of the past, and we can fight it. But I mean, if you take the lack of privacy now and take that and transplant it to 5 years ago, there'd be a revolution.
Yeah.
But because we've gotten used to it slowly, it's gradually going that way. In another 5 years.
I think, Trev, in the future.
Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry about that. I had to rush them out.
Oh.
Like literally.
No,
they didn't really want to let us take.
Yeah, no.
We're cool. We got to spend about 10 minutes with things. I love that show. I'm like Deanna.
Listen, we're talking about now. We've moved on. We're talking about now.
No, come back.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm holding on to his hand. No, we're talking about if you have to put your real name to comment on YouTube. And as an individual, I agree with you on that. If you're a brand, that's okay. But as an individual, I think you said you disagree with having to.
Disagree.
Yeah.
I'm an old school web geek, so I've been on message boards, forums, and I have about 100 billion websites out there with the handle Zulu in some shape or form on them. And it's because when I was in school, that's what everybody called me, and it's kind of the nickname that stuck. And why should I be forced to use my given name if I want to use a nickname?
You're not forced, though.
No, I know. We're saying you're not forced, but I think it's a good idea to have your real name.
It's a good idea to have the option.
Yeah.
Start trying
the option because, like, I mean,
and then it's up to you then. But it's up to you to say if you don't post your real name, then I won't take your comment.
No. You can't have some. That's like a cop out. You can't do that. It's got to be. I mean, if you're giving some use the real name and some not. I mean, it's not obligatory. Then some are at an advantage. You can't. I mean, if you were in an argument with someone.
But that's why I'm saying. So you, as the moderator, you with the website, you can have the option, hopefully, that if you don't put your real name, then your comment won't be posted. It won't be accepted.
But then that's almost. But you're almost then forcing them to use the real name.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah. That's
me as the moderator. Yeah.
Here's my issue. As one of my early gigs that I did volunteer, I was a super moderator on a site that had a
supermodel?
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I heard it as supermodel.
I heard supermodel.
On a site that had a little over 10,000 users, which isn't huge by certain sites means, but it was big for us. It was a paintball forum, and we cracked the ban hammer on a regular basis. We put people into into message board prison for a while where they couldn't post until we felt worthy. And we ruled with an iron fist, and that's the problem is you let people run roughshod over your forum, your message board, your comment section, and think they can just post anything. Regardless of whether they use a real name or a pseudonym, if you crack the whip and say, I will not tolerate this kind of behavior.
Every person doesn't have a moderator on hand, though.
No, they don't. But what happens then if a thread goes off track, I mean, just gets really bad, close the comments.
Well, on YouTube,
everyone else suffers for that.
On YouTube, they get flagged, don't they? And if you get so many downvotes, then the comment becomes unreadable. Well, unless you...
That's what I like. That's my favorite system, is where you can downvote comments. I think that's the best one out there.
I know, but then you have to read and subject people to reading that crap.
Yeah, but that's the internet. Honestly.
But that's the point. I think, but to Shaka, that's the whole point, isn't it?
You can't really police the internet.
They want to clean it up. They want it to look. Like I said before, I mean, Google Plus is decent quality comments for the most part. And YouTube is for the most part, and this is for the majority is crap, just insulting, nasty. It's the most vicious. domain on the internet, and it's just. I mean, I've seen over the last couple of days, there's been all sorts of crap said about that shooting and stuff. You know, what I mean, I don't think.
But I think when you allow people to download.
Yeah, because they're anonymous.
You allow the community to police itself, and allow people to downvote those comments, like you said, so that they don't show up anymore. Because honestly, when you have popular videos that get millions of views, those comments will get downvoted within a few minutes.
Yeah.
That video is getting that many views.
But they're still there.
Once they're downvoted, they actually disappear.
Well, they're still there. You can click.
They're
You can
still
click
there.
to show comment.
You can still click the thing that says show that previous comment, and it'll show you.
Oh, in fact, okay, this is another point coming from like Maria's perspective, who's got a page and she posts videos and stuff up there. You get stuff directly said about you, don't you? Right? That's the thing from anonymous dickheads, right? Who probably wouldn't say. You know, a lot of them, you know what I mean, wouldn't say stuff. Some of them still
their real name.
Like that. Get out of care. I'll say what I want. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which, to be fair, they should. They should say what they want. But they shouldn't just be nasty because they're anonymous. And that's
I
what
think it'll filter a little bit of that.
Won't people just create an account under another assumed name?
Under an assumed name,
and call it their real name and just
probably.
Yeah, absolutely, like they did with Google Plus. But I mean, it does help somewhat. It helps a lot, actually.
Yeah, I like how everything's more uniform. And what about like the sites that link like the Facebook commenting, like their comments go through Facebook? That usually uses your real name as well, depending on what name you have on Facebook.
Exactly, depending on what name you have on Facebook.
But more than that,
if people really want to be internet trolls, they're going to find ways to be internet trolls.
Yeah.
What you may do is you may cut down on some of the casual
I think you would
trolls,
cut down.
Opportunistic trolls, but you're still going to have plenty of people who really want to troll people, and they're going to create some other fake name on our service and use that saying it's...
Well, sure, okay, but that's fine. But
going to be less.
But it will cut it down massively. I mean, if you just look at it, I mean, like trolls will be trolls.
I think it would cut it down massively.
Massively.
We'll see.
I
don't
agree.
know. I have teenagers, and bored teenagers think of things to do, even if they're not...
Okay, but the point is, why don't they do that on Google Plus then?
And it's still an option too, which is
I
nice.
don't
It's
think
an option.
Google Plus has reached critical mass with the young audience quite yet.
Well, Facebook. You know what I mean? YouTube seems to be the main one because it's the biggest of the anonymous posting sites. So you can post on there and it could be an absolute... Well, I don't know.
But I'm going to tell you some of the things I've seen going through my own team's profiles and things people post. It doesn't... Even with their real names, they post some terrible stuff.
Yeah. But they're kind of accountable for it. It goes against their personal reputation.
They are.
But they're not thinking about their personal reputation. A lot of times...
that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether they're thinking about it or not. It still goes against their personal reputation.
Well, think about it more. Once later, like they do like a job review, they start using Facebook to do background checks for people. They'll start thinking about it then.
Yeah. And especially what you post on the internet is there forever. So something that they've posted and it comes back to bite them, say 5-10 years later, then that's... I mean, they're not thinking about it at the time, but you know they'll get a comeuppance for it.
And then once they tack their real names into Facebook and to Google Plus and YouTube, once people start searching for them in Google, that stuff is already pushed up higher once they search for their name.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to have an option on my page so that you can only post a comment if you're posting under your real name.
The problem with that, Maria, is that I wouldn't be able to post on your videos anymore.
Well, neither would I. I mean, nobody
because I've actually, because the thing that confuses me, I don't get how come this is news now, where you're able to to link your Google Plus account, your YouTube account. This has been out for months for anybody that's not a YouTube partner. The reason I can't do it, and I've wanted to do it, is because I'm the YouTube partner, and it doesn't work for YouTube partners yet. Like, I just signed Aisha up for a YouTube account when she got her Galaxy S3 a couple weeks ago, and boom, she's already got her accounts linked and everything's copacetic. I can't do that. It's like, I would love to have that option. I really would. I want to be able to post on YouTube under my real name. It's like, because I've had my online handle that I've been using since for 15 years that I'm trying to get away from right now. I mean, not because there's anything wrong.
Evo Nubis or whatever?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's just, an old gamer handle from back in the day. It's like, I still do use it, but I want people to know me under my actual name.
Well, you can't just change your settings or your profile? You can't do that?
That option is not there.
That's weird.
It's not there for YouTube partners. It's like, because I actually sent YouTube feedback saying, look.
What's considered a YouTube partner?
How?
Well, what's considered a YouTube partner? What?
Have ads and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you get your channel. There's a lot more advanced settings and things like that you can add on there.
Well, I think because you're a brand then at that point, right?
Yeah. Well, you could actually be an individual right now and be a YouTube partner. It depends on how many views you have and things like that. If you've got a million plus views on YouTube, they'll make you a partner. And they're actually starting to pay people now on YouTube. The Google folks are paying people 6 figures to create content on YouTube right now.
Oh yeah, no, they've been playing. Yeah, they've been playing. Yeah.
Certain people.
Yeah. What is that? Oh, is that Richard Lewis? Oh, okay.
He's still around?
No, Eloy is showing Tony the playback from earlier this morning where Richard says it on the air that Tony could be a circus. What did he say? You could be a circus act?
Much gravitas as I have when I do the news.
Any moment
I can become a Ringling Brothers clown.
Oh my gosh. He said that as much gravitas as Tony has when he anchors the news, at any moment he could become a Ringling Brothers circus act. This is true, actually. Anyway, well, thanks for giving me your comments on it. I don't know. I think it's a good idea, but I don't know.
I like more the discussion you had before about not just the real name, but the privacy issue. I think a lot of people that's one that's scaring some people, but it doesn't really scare me. I think in the future, what's really going to be weird, right now with all these check-ins and things, everybody knows where you are at all times.
Yeah, no, that's a no-no. Yeah, I don't like that.
Okay, so I think in the future, someone's going to be able to Google, like, okay, where's Maria right now? And there'll be a video of you eating out dinner and stuff. I think with all the video out in the world, I mean, we're talking 10 years from now, but I think that's going to be the future.
Well, there's going to be
look at Google Maps, huh?
Yeah, there's going to be a point where you know where everyone is.
No, but not only know where they are, you'll be able to pop them up on screen on video, live.
That's scary.
I think that's where it's going.
It's scary now, but like, as I said, if you take today's stuff back 5 years, and it's scary to them. It's just
yeah, that's what Trev said. Like, if you put like a frog in boiling water, it's going to jump out. But if you put a frog in cold water and then boil it, the frog would just sit there and die because it's getting so used to the temperature. So if we came into it right now, we'd be like, oh my gosh, this is so intrusive. But since we've been building it up slowly, we're just kind of used to it.
We've become
right. And we have the technology, just not the infrastructure yet. It's not very far away.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing, isn't it? I mean, because surely then the thing is, there are so many people that do so good things and they don't get appreciated for it. Like, there's people get appreciated for stuff that don't deserve it. I mean, say like Kim Kardashian, for example, and she does nothing, and she's like, I mean, she's good looking. She's, she's a cracking looking lass, but I mean, it's just, you get people that, that really put their whole lives into helping people, and they get nothing for it, and these people are going to get recognized. And it's, when we know what everyone's doing. And
I hope that would be the focus, but sadly, I don't think
it will be. It will be. It will be. Yeah. It won't necessarily be the focus, but it will be more recognizable. You'll see stuff. Right. You get to see people's, that deserve to be. Anyway.
Right.
All right, you got some extra time. You might as well.
I do. I may as well what?
You might as well use it.
Should I go public?
All right, you want to do? Interesting.
Yeah,